Hello and welcome to the third episode in the Willpower series. Slovenliness. That is, habitually being untidy, unclean, unkempt, it doesn't get you to a good place. Say if you attend an interview with unkempt hair and clothes, what are your chances of being considered for the job? Very slim to none. Supposing a boy and his family go to see a potentially suitable bride or vice versa, and upon arrival the family sees that the place is in shambles, as in dusty, disorganized, anything lying just anywhere. What are the chances of the guests deciding to go ahead with the marriage proposal? Very slim to none again, I guess. Unless your life movie is like Shrek, and like in the movie, the princess chooses to turn into and remain an ogre herself so that she can be with an ogre. Ooh, not a good thing to do in real life scenario. Number 1. Small actions, solid outcomes. Is your bed made? Is your desk in order? Those actions subtly influence your brain and behavior and have a bearing on self-control as well as how your brain thinks and works. It ultimately reflects on the kind of person you are. Not only if you are organized, but also if you are responsible or careless or negligent or clear-headed. There are many studies that show that you cannot be an efficient person or you cannot work efficiently if you are highly disorganized. Scattered room and scattered stuff means scattered mind. Some people's rooms, or heck, the entire house looks like there's been an earthquake. Number 2, no discomfort, no growth. Get out of your comfort zone. Change is not always welcome by many because it means getting out of one's comfort zone, but there is no growth if you are not willing to do that. Making a change for the better and the process or duration of turning that change into a set habit takes a great deal of your willpower. But you have to remind yourself that this is not forever. Once you turn that change into a habit, maybe in weeks or even a few months, very little to no willpower is utilized to do that same thing. Doing that very task or chore then becomes a breeze. The beginning is always the hardest, followed by the expending of the will to stick to it for sufficient duration in order to cement that change. Number 3, change routine to remove or accommodate habits. Try changing your routine in order to break any bad or unwanted habits you may have. It is kind of the same thing you do when you want to cement a good habit. You make suitable changes or accommodations in your routine, suitable additions, deletions, substitutions, whatever, to allow for that change to happen more smoothly and without much of a fight. Say, for example, someone in the habit of drinking tea or coffee first thing in the morning can try replacing the beverage with warm honey lemon water or maybe apple cider vinegar water or even ashgord juice or some other cold pressed juice or a hot ginger lemon honey tea. Someone in the habit of sitting down to read the newspaper upon their return from their morning walk or yoga can maybe stop the periodical subscription for a while and instead keep some kind of an interesting motivational or inspirational book to be picked up and read, which will not only put them in a better frame of mind but also give them the right kind of energy for the day. Supposing someone is in the habit of meeting a friend in the park and every time they meet they end up smoking and chatting. Don't meet that person anymore. Cut tea. I'm kidding. Just don't meet that person in the park anymore. Meet at a place where smoking is prohibited but talking isn't. Number 4. Orderliness plus neatness is equal to resolution plus perseverance. Being clean, orderly and disciplined person automatically makes you a more resolved and perseverant person, one who doesn't give up easily. And a person who is resolved and persistent automatically uses very little willpower and thus has more in reserve. Remember in the very first episode of Willpower and Sleep, I suggested that you make your bed immediately upon waking up. Maybe now you can see how that simple act is also connected to your being organized and disciplined. A clean desk results in a clean mind and a clean mind results in a clean body. Number 5. Keep tidy but don't obsess. Always strive to keep your environs, your surroundings clean. Now that doesn't mean you should be obsessing over cleaning. That's the last thing you should do. When I say orderly or clean, it means to a reasonable extent. It doesn't mean you should be tip-top always and not a single strand of hair should be out of place. In fact, if you are like that, you very likely have obsession compulsion, or even otherwise it just makes you a person painful for others to be with. So, as I always say, everything in balance. That's what even nature shows and teaches us all the time. Balance, balance, balance. Tilting the balance heavily on any one side is totally uncalled for and undesirable. In the next episode on this series, we will be tackling one of the biggest problems we all face most of the time: procrastination. Along with that, we will also try and look into 2 more P's: prioritizing and planning. Until then, take care of your sleep, diet, your wardrobe, your work desk, yourself.